We talked previously on this show about how it seems both Trump and Harris are attempting to stake out more moderate positions on key issues in an effort to win independents and moderates in those battleground states, right? Kamala Harris now says she won't ban fracking, which she previously indicated she was in favor of.
As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
Enraged, some progressives with their more moderate takes on the Israel-Hamas war and moving more to the middle on the border crisis. Trump angered some pro-life supporters going into the long holiday weekend when he expressed his opposition to Florida's 6-week abortion ban and indicated he supported a ballot measure to overturn it.
I think the 6 week is too short. It has to be more time, and so and I've told them that I want more weeks.
So you'll vote in favor of the amendment?
I am going to be voting that we need more than 6 weeks.
Yeah, well, the next day, he came out against the measure to overturn it following criticism from anti-abortion groups. This weekend, he also expressed support for another Florida ballot initiative that would legalize the use of recreational marijuana for adults. Trump has distanced himself from the widely maligned views of the Project 2025, saying proposals are too extreme for him. He's also doubled down on a proposal to ensure IVF treatments are covered for families, a move some on the left called desperate, while others on the right, including South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, came out against it for fiscal reasons. IVF, of course, has become a big campaign issue and a headache for Republicans since the Alabama Supreme Court ruled frozen embryos were children earlier this year.
All Americans that need it. So we're going to be paying for that treatment, or we're going to be mandating that the insurance company pay.
So both the right and the far left call Harris a fraud and a phony for reaching for center ground on Israel and other topics. The far right is triggered when Trump does the same, while the left accuses him of scrambling for political points. And now, on the one hand, I think they should be celebrated, right, for taking more moderate positions. Isn't that what we keep asking for? But is this for real? How do we evaluate all of this newfound talk of moderation? Joining me now is someone who has staked out center ground for years. Larry Hogan, former Republican governor of Maryland, now running for Senate, locked in a dead heat, according to a recent poll, with his Democratic opponent in a state Joe Biden won by more than 33 points in 2020. Larry Hogan, welcome back to the show. Thanks for being back with us. So is this talk of moderation a good thing, or are they likely to just go back to their partisan corners after the election?
Well, I think it's a good thing that they're actually smart enough to know that this election is going to be decided by swing voters. And it's a good thing that they're starting to sound more moderate. But, you know, it's one thing to pretend that you're more moderate. But what the voters are looking for is actually candidates who are more moderate. And so, you know, as you pointed out, Dan, that's kind of where I've been for my entire career. And it is very popular with voters. And I call them the frustrated majority. Most people are somewhere in the middle, and they're the ones that are going to decide this election. But it's going to be tough for some of them to make such major pivots in their position to pretend to be moderate. You got to come down to what are they actually going to do when they get elected, and voters are kind of smart enough to see through that. Yeah,
we call it the marginalized moderate majority here. Now, you once said to a reporter in March that you would not be voting for either Trump or Biden. Have you made a decision on whether you will vote for Kamala Harris?
No, I have made the decision that I'm not voting for either one of them, and that's a pretty consistent position. As you point out, you know, the most recent poll is Harris is winning my state by 32 points. I'm running 32 points ahead of Donald Trump, but you know, it's not going to impact the decision in my state, which is arguably one of the bluest states in America.
What does it mean when you're not voting for either one? Does it mean you're voting for Jill Stein or Cornel West?
No, I'm likely to make a protest vote and do a write-in, but I'm not voting for Cornel West or Jill Stein either. I was hoping we would have, you know, a more moderate centrist that would step up, and you know, unfortunately we don't have that. But these two candidates, in my opinion, are not the two best ones to be president. So that's a pretty easy decision for me.
Well, let me ask you this. Kamala Harris has said that she's open to a Republican serving in a Harris-Walz administration. If asked, would you consider serving?
Well, look, I'm planning on serving in the Senate. That's really where my focus is. I love being governor of Maryland. I think we got a lot done working in a bipartisan kind of centrist way, but I'm not interested in serving in the administration of either one. Look, whoever is elected president, I'm looking forward to working with them on the things that I agree with.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.